Hi everybody, it's Sandy the Harley Grand here. I haven't posted for a while because things have been kind of boring. I did recently go on a trip with my two of my sisters to Texas to fulfill a bucket list item. That was number one, to see the Alamo. Number two, to see the Texas Longhorns parade down the street in Fort Worth, and to do a few other things. But one of the things I did do was I found a jewelry bag. I had to go all the way to Texas to find a jewelry bag. And boy, were they expensive. This is the one I got. As you can see, it was $64.99. However, I kind of lucked out in that they had about 8 bags. This was the only one color blue. And on this day, blue was, I think, well, whatever, 20 or 30% off. So I got this bag for $45.50. I have never spent that much on a jewelry bag, even discounted before. So let's kind of go through this and see what's doing with a $65 jewelry bag. By the way, I got this at a Goodwill, and I have to say, the Goodwills in Texas that my sisters and I went to were okay, but some of the other thrift stores we found in, gosh, where were we? Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. Some of them, the other thrift stores, not the Goodwills, were just doggone empty. There wasn't a lot of worthwhile stuff. We saw a lot of clothes that were displayed that had holes on them, stains, were just downright and kind of nasty. So we weren't used to that. Where I come from, now my sister, one of them lives in South Carolina. She says her thrift stores aren't so great. But here where I live in Georgia, our thrift stores are pretty good. Now they don't have jewelry bags anymore. So we'll have to see if this one was worth it. I'm not really sure. So we'll do the very best we can. I'm not sure what that is, but it's broken. That's a pretty earring. Not that I would wear it, but what I'm hoping for is to find things that I can't find here locally. Now this is, plastic or metal. Big hoops, which I don't wear. Now, if all the pieces here are intact, this is sellable. This is a huge stretch bracelet. It's as big as my palm. But this is not something I wear. Some crazy earrings. I hope that's not all this is crazy earrings. But it's looking that way. That's an earring. Earring. Earrings. That's a possibility. And this is a huge crazy earring that is stuck inside something. That's huge. Now I did find the mate to this, not to that, but to this. However, this is broken. This is missing a wire. That can be fixed, but these are kind of cute. This is unusual. It's a clip-on of some sort. I'm not sure how that's going to hang. Maybe something like this. And let me adjust my light because I don't think this is the best lighting. And there went something on the floor. Now that's kind of cute. Again, missing a wire, but I would wear something like that. Let me back out a little bit. Oh my word. Now, these are inexpensive, but they are that kind of Bollywood look. Be cute. Here's another bracelet. Now this is more like something I would wear, but I prefer sterling silver thin bracelets. But that's nice, a little more conservative. Oh dear, what is this? More cheap earrings. This is not too bad, but it's, you gotta have kind of a long neck for these, and I don't. These little rhinestones down here on top of these palettes, I think they're called. Now here's a clip back. That's kind of cool. Now what I started doing with some of my brooches is I started putting them on my denim vest. Excuse me. And I could see turning this thing into a brooch maybe and putting that on one of my denim vests. Oh my gosh. Would you wear that? This is pierced. I might wear something like that, but I'd rather it had, you know, that backing on it that like snapped up to it. I have a hard time wearing post. My ears have been pierced since I was in my early teens, and to this date, if I wear something that's too tight in the back or of a not a very good metal, you know, those pop metals things, my ears will break out. So I have to wear, I don't know how this is supposed to go, maybe like this. It's kind of throwback. But unless they're stainless or gold or silver, I really have a rough time with earrings. Now those are pretty. My goodness, it is a bunch of junk. And this is hooked up in here somehow. This is a pierced earring. And I bet cleaned up that would be very, very pretty. But it's just not for old ladies anymore. This is cool. I would wear this. I like crosses. That's very nice, actually. This is a piece of a bracelet that was actually very pretty at one time, I would imagine. There's pink rhinestones or crystals of some sort in there. White dangle faux pearl. Ooh, am I so lucky to get a match to this thing. Now, this beats me. I do like this sea-oriented, ocean themed jewelry, but not this one. This is braided on top of some kind of metal. You know, this might be a sacrilege, but I've kind of lost my taste for doing these kind of looking at this kind of jewelry. That's kind of cute. The last few bags or jars that I've had have not had quality things, and it's been a long, long time. And I can't go to Texas every time I want a jewelry jar. Now this one has something written on the back. And let me see if I can find, you'll excuse me for a minute. Nope. I thought my loop was in there. Nope, I don't see my loop. But that does say something on the back. And if it turns out to be anything, I'll let y'all know. I do like color. Let's see if all these beads are here. And I particularly like, you know, greens and pinks. That's kind of cute. All the things are there, but there's some scratches on it. Darn it. Ooh, that's pretty. That'd make a pretty pendant. Again, that Bollywood look. This is kind of crazy doodle. However, that would make a nice pin or brooch for my jean jacket. Give it some movement. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of well made. Let's see if I can rush through some of this. Ooh, this is cute. This is a spinner, a pin. It's like a gold star, and then if you move it, you can see the rhinestone star behind it. If I could hold it for a moment. not too bad. These are kind of cute, but I can't see myself wearing it. Well, maybe I could. This kind of reminds me of Brighton a little bit. But without my loop, I can't tell. Can't see that tight. It's kind of pretty. But I cannot see why they would have been selling this for $65. Just doesn't make any sense to me. What they think they might have put in here. Excuse me again. I do have lots of pairs. That's cute. Little turtle made out of a stone of some sort. It must be a charm or something. Well, that's nice. There's a pair of those. But certainly I wouldn't have paid $65 for those. This pair is, oh no, that's a little different style. But that still has those same like box link chains. My goodness. I suppose if I sold each pair for $1, I'd get my money back. Those are very pretty. Oh, I have a ring, an owl ring. Well, let me tell you, I do like these little owls that were popping up, so popular for the last couple years on pendants and things like this. This is a stretchy ring. Oh, I see something here. And I dropped something. Okay. And that happens to be kind of a I can't read it, and I even have my glasses on. Some kind of San Francisco field office. Okay, Federal Marshal Service. Zebra. I was hoping to, oh, well, I have a match for that. There's another, oh, what is this? It's got a post. Here's a match, the one that's got a marking on the back. There's a paw. Two paws together. Here's a pendant that's missing something, I assume. This is nice. Brown stones, and it's $9.25. So let me find the mate, please, please, please. Here's a match to that earring that I said I'd make into a brooch, but now I don't think so. Sassy tile with a magnet. There's this thing. That is so pretty. If only that were real, huh? I'm very fortunate that when my sisters and I went away, we left for 10 days driving. Here's a grandma pin. I have a third sister, and we didn't bring her. She's not in the greatest of health to be walking and sightseeing right now. We're trying to get her back into shape so if we do another sister's trip, we can bring her along too. Here's a little butterfly pin with what is that, shell or abalone or something in there. It's adjustable, but it's cute. And here's another adjustable, which is supposed to be shamrock, but it's like 4 hearts, which I guess is kind of what a shamrock is. But anyway, my sisters and I really had a good time. They came with me as long as they could thrift. And so we did not do tons of sightseeing. We went to the Alamo. We went to Spanish Missions. And we saw the Longhorns being marched down the street. We went to the George W. Bush Presidential Library, which I have to tell you, that was in Dallas. Politics aside, was a very worthwhile, powerful experience. Because he was their president, and at 9/11 there was a lot of things dedicated to that. They had a piece of one of the trade centers, one of the building beams that when it had collapsed from the heat and all that, it was kind of mangled and whatnot. That was very moving. I have to tell you, it a couple times, some of the videos of that time brought me to tears. This is it's kind of a conservative earring. There is something marked on the clip. I think the way I have my lighting set up, it's not really good at seeing what this says, but maybe you guys can see it. I can't. I saw my first bald eagle, American eagle, in the wild, which was another thing on my bucket list. And and that was in Louisiana, going across some of those bridges that were over water or over marshland or swampland. Excuse me. The highway was divided, so there were kind of like parallel bridges, one going in each direction. And then coming up between the two highways, I saw the eagle come up. I only got to see it for like 6 or 7 seconds, but I saw it and it was cool. Now this is pretty neat. And this is 925. I think this right here was worth the entire price of this. It has like, I don't know if those are little tiny stones set in there, or if it's kind of like a marcasite, or if it's diamond cut. But this is gold and silver tone, gold tone too. But this is absolutely beautiful. And it fits me, which is another remarkable thing. I have large wrists. So that is stunning. Let me see if I can come in closer on this. And it is marked right there. Ooh, I got a hair that for free. That was cool. It's got one of those nice sturdy clasps. It's kind of cool for me. I don't know what that is. Here is another justice at all altitudes, it says. AFP, Baltimore. I'm not sure what AFP stands for, but there's a big boat there. This is pretty. Did we see one like this before? Big mess of chain. That's pretty. That's rather nice too. This is made with fishing snaps. You know, those things you put on your fishing line, and all you got to do is snap your lure on, or your hooks on and off. So, looks like more of the same. I'm not going to bore you with time digging through a bunch of costume jewelry. Just want to say thanks for watching. I don't know if I'm going to be into the jewelry as much anymore, but I still love to go thrifting, and I'd love to share with you the things that I find. I'm going to be away for a few weeks. I'm having some reconstructive surgery following partial mastectomy I had a year and a half ago. So I am doing well with my cancer meds. I had a round of radiation following my cancer surgery. But now it's time to even up the girls and make me look somewhat normal again. So I'll let y'all know how that goes. I may or may not join some of the auctions anymore. I just have such a hard time getting in on them, or finding stuff that is of my taste and style. But I'll be back in some shape or form in the future. Until then, give this a thumbs up, please, and share if you know other folks who might enjoy this. If you have any questions for me, please leave them down below, and I'll be happy to answer anything that I can answer. And until the next time, stay cool, everybody, and let's all get along. Love you. Bye.